Rayleigh Mount. This is a site of a wooden fort many years ago. Many years ago. As you can see, there's nothing here now. Built by Swain. It overlooks Swain School. Swain School. This is the top viewpoint. I'll take you back down. I wouldn't say it's really accessible if you needed to come up here, but it's a nice place to come out of, well, this bit isn't out of the sun, but coming up. See these stairs? These are the stairs we have to go back down. One of two. Let's say, lots of people come over here to take their dogs for walks. Careful with your footings. There is a picture of what a moat used to look like. You can imagine. See how it goes down deep. We've got the sun coming out now. There you go, a bit of history. Clearly a very rich man, old Swain. You never would have thought it. This is all part of the National Trust now, so down to them for the upkeep. I think it shuts at night time. You wouldn't want to be here at night. And this is one of the other steps coming down. And when you come down, if you look, there is like a little moat that goes all the way around. Wouldn't want to fall in that water, would you? Very murky. It's meant to have a disability access up here as well. If you go the other way, well, give that a try. I can't see how you get to the top of the moat. Get lots of noises, which obviously the animals full of foxes, squirrels, different types of birds. Here's the map of the site. So if you come down and go left, that's the non-disability access. But if you come right, it's meant to be the disability access. But we'll have a see about that. Probably doesn't have the step, so it's more of a long walk round and round. But I'd say although it's not uneven, there's still a bit of a steep to it. This time of the morning, very quiet. And this is bang in the middle of Rayleigh High Street by the mill, Rayleigh Mill. Not a very big site, but it's great that they've kept it, not developed it. Stuck some big posh house on the top. I know that's how it was back in the day. Some great big posh wooden castle. It's nice for the people to have it to walk around. You know, some of these trees could have been back in the day when it was the Great Forest to London. Looks like we lost a few of them over the years. squirrel. Where's he gone? There. There he is. Minding his business. There is a seating points. You can have a rest. Can't see any poo bag bins, which is a bit of a concern, considering you can take your dog over it. Ah, right, here you go. I think they're a bit optimistic, because this is a bit of a push for people. It's a bit of an incline. You want to get a cadence burn, all well and good. And obviously being not a flat surface, it's probably quite difficult to push someone in a wheelchair or something. But I suppose there is the fact that they have got this. I don't think this goes to the full viewpoint though, where I was earlier. It takes you like the secondary viewpoint. Yeah, that's the steps up to the main. So you probably can get as far as this, but it defeats the object because you don't get the viewpoint. That takes you to the bottom of the last steps, which would be, I would say, here. There won't be much of a settlement on top, but I suppose if you're wealthy back in them days, you want it somewhere where you're out of the way from everyone else. Alright, I'm going to trek back down again. It's my workout for today, look at that. Just to show you a bit of historic Rayleigh. I'm going to go back down the steps this time. And just give you a flavour of where I initially come into without falling over myself. There is a more impressive castle, well, remnants of a castle in Hadley, but it's only got like a couple of towers left. Yeah, look at that. Literally pea soup. Very still. I can get anything with better views of it. Yeah, here we go. There's a couple of random ducks floating around. Algae just literally taking over. You wouldn't want to fall in that, would you? And this is where we went a minute ago. This takes you back to the main entrance and exit. So this is between Crown Hill and, is it Castle Hill? I think. The two roads going up. Rayleigh is quite hilly, surprisingly enough. And this is where you leave or come in. Might have brought a bit of condensation on the phone. This is at the back of the mill car park. I'll give you the opening and closing time. and just a bit of about the National Trust. And there is a poo bin just on the way out. Not that I took my dog today. It's too muggy. And that's the entrance. Rayleigh Mount. As I say, in between the car park and the Mill Arts and Event Centre. And just so you know, if you wanted to do something else historic, we've got a fantastic church for starters, but also if I turn this corner, we have a nice museum. A windmill. It's always nice to visit when it's open. They have events here sometimes as well. Not sure when the windmill was built. Might tell us if I go up to look at it. So it's quite central to these few exhibits. There is also a Dutch cottage as well, which you can actually apply to live in. There's a Century Garden at the back as well, which isn't currently open. It's open when the mill's open. Just somewhere you can chill out, think about things. And obviously they close it off to avoid any unnecessary vandalism. But it's a nice place to chill. And this is on the second part of the car park, the windmill. Let's have a look. 1809 it was erected. There you go. Don't know if you can read that. The highest in Essex it is. 150 years a million. The old stone. Used to grind flour from 1798. So just to put that in context, that is in the second part of the car park. So when you come in the car park, do left for the Rayleigh Mount and then go right if you want to go and see the windmill. And I'll just take you just for a stroll up to through historic Rayleigh. And it is historic. There's a pay and display car park if you are coming up here. Mill car park. Gives you indication of where you are. Part of Rochester District Council. And that's in Essex, by the way, if you don't know. Not in America, as there is a Rayleigh in America. I think it's actually called Raleigh in America, not Rayleigh. Not sure what's there. It wouldn't be as historic as this Rayleigh, because our history goes back a lot longer than, obviously, Americans' history. So this is the high street. Can't get run over by a potential learner. I'm not going to take you around the whole high street, just taking you up to the main church. There's our little clock. It's done for the millennium. And quite a few of these buildings up here are reasonably old. I think the older ones are in the other part. Someone reversing down a one-way system. There is something quite nostalgic down here though. As I say, not saying I've actually been for many years. You might have heard it. Pink toothbrush. It's a nightclub, if you remember back in the day, likes of Depeche Mode and that. They used to come here. Still going strong after 40 years. Notorious for its sticky floors. And it's a very varied music. It's not like some clubs where they just have like house or hip hop. That's sort of very varied, 80s, 90s, you name it, it's got it. There's a couple of old buildings here. Squires and Romantica. And the Mango Lounge. So this is all one-way system around Rayleigh. You can drive through it. They do close it off. Last week you had a Trinity Fair. Half Moon Pub. So many pubs in Rayleigh as well. So much nightlife now. If you wanted to come to Rayleigh, there's a lot of nightlife. And this is our lovely Holy Trinity Church. Actually having a bit of work done at the moment to the side of it. I'll go through here. I had a few pictures done here on this gate many years ago. 1939, we will remember them. 1945. I don't think that's how old the church is. The church is older than that. So it's a beautiful church. And the time is right. Obviously it's got a cemetery around it. It's called Holy Trinity Church, Rayleigh. If you want to look it up and see about its history on Wikipedia. It's such lovely brickwork. How they used to make it, stonemasons back in the days. Absolutely beautiful. Not sure if this was something commissioned by Swain or not. I don't know. But so it's a lovely church. And again, worth a visit if you're ever in Rayleigh. And that is my quick snapshot of Rayleigh Mount, the windmill, and Holy Trinity Church. I would show you inside, but unfortunately it's closed at the moment. You can see the windmill in the background of the church. There you go. It's all central. It's me signing off. Thanks guys. Bye.